and welcome new viewers. This is my little corner where I love to sit down and discuss all things knit and crochet. So how is everyone enjoying these cooler temperatures? Or do you have cooler temperatures where you're at? We had quite a dip in temperatures here in northern Illinois, and it got into 40s at night, 40 degrees Fahrenheit, which I was a little bit concerned for garden-wise and everything, but it now has warmed up a little bit again. Today it's partly cloudy skies, and it's going to get near 80 degrees today, which is very, very nice. It's my perfect weather. I just love it. So yeah, today is going to be a little bit shorter of a podcast because I didn't get a chance to get out and to film outdoor things and activities. Didn't go a lot of places, so yeah. All right. Oh, what I'm wearing. If you're new here, this is what I knitted last fall. This is a sweater, and I'm going to treasure it even more now because I can no longer get the yarn through Wool Warehouse. This was knitted in, it's just a pullover jumper that I knitted in James C. Brett yarn. That was my favorite yarn. Just a regular jumper with a kind of a crop sleeve. I didn't make them too long, but yeah, I love the colors. It's autumnal colors, which I love for this time of year. And it's very light, and it's not itchy, and you can totally, with this yarn, with James C. Brett yarn, you can totally throw it in the washer and dryer. I did, and it came out just fine. Came out just fine. I didn't cook it in the dryer for a long time, but I did put it in there. So yeah, just a plain round yoke with the lace. I did the lace raglan for this. So I love it. I have this one, and I have a couple of short sleeve ones that I made as well. All right, first I want to talk about frustration a little bit. I still have not got any shipping notifications for Wool Warehouse or Linda Hobby. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get the mohair to finish that. I'm going to have to go with the U.S. company. Today I'm going to check Knit Picks, and I'm going to check webs. I'm really wanting to finish this sweater by the end of the month, but it's probably not going to be a possibility now. I know. And it's so nice. I absolutely fell in love with this fabric. It was so wonderful. And I thought about, well, maybe I could finish it without the mohair. No, it will not look right. I knitted a swatch without the mohair, and it's drastically different. I had a little style going in this one. I love the brown. Oh, yeah, I'm frustrated. I did order more Drops Andes, and I did order some rusty brown mohair from Linda Hobby, but it's been over a week. It's been like 9 days, and I still have not got any shipping notifications at all. So I have no idea. So I'm on the hunt looking elsewhere, because even if I get it in the future and I get extra, well, that'll be just extra. I can throw in something else anyway. But yeah, I'm really wanting to finish that. And another one that not sure if I'm going to get the yarn for, but I think Drops Andes you can get anywhere. But I'm wanting to finish this. I'm wanting to finish this quickly. And let me see. I got it almost done. I finished a sleeve on one side, and then I've got it down to here. But here's what I'm thinking. I do have enough mohair for this, okay? And I do have this. This is Drops Andes. And I thought maybe, not sure how it would look, but I thought to myself, what if I frog this out so far up added the pink in like a large stripe, and then on the other side, and I don't know, I might, if I do that, I might have enough to finish the sleeve and to finish the sweater. So that's a possibility that's been rolling through my mind. And this, I think, would go quite nicely with that. Would give it a little something sporty. I'm really wanting to do it. I really want to finish it because it's so warm and cozy. And I'm just not wanting to wait. I have a whole nother ball of the mohair, I do believe. Yes, I do. So that's going to be plenty enough for that. So yeah, I will miss this because this was their silk. This is their kid silk mohair hand dye. Yeah, there's so many yarns over there. I'm really just sick about it. I cannot find a replacement for them. I will miss them. So I may do that with that sweater. And let's see. This is going to be quite a short podcast today, by the way, because I've got a busy day planned. I have been picking this up a little bit more in the evening. Now that it's gotten cooler, even more so, I just have a little sidetrack project I'm working on. But it's a blanket. It's very long. It's a chevron. I'm just going to make it as a bedspread to go over my bed. It's quite long. I have a queen size bed, so I made that quite long, or quite wide, I should say. And see, what else? Oh, I do have my socks over here that I'm working on. And that I showed you. I didn't even tell you what hook size. I'm using this as a 6mm crochet hook, and it's just all different colors of fall. Lots of scrappy yarn in here. It's just odds and ends from the thrift stores and things that I've made other projects with, because I used to be big into using acrylic yarn before I got more experience with the wool and cottons and on all the natural plant and animal fibers like I am now. So when I was a fairly new into this, I worked mostly with acrylic, and well, I really want to finish up that acrylic yarn. And blankets are something I would not want to make in a high-end wool because it would be way extremely expensive, plus how are you going to wash it? Also, I almost am finished with my socks. Got them over here. Be careful how I pick this up. I should have brought out my sock blockers so you could have seen them better. I think I'll get those. Okay. They were right behind me. I forgot where I put them. Okay, I'm going to try to hold this up because I've got two at a time and attached here. But these are just a pair of socks I'm knitting along. Just sort of like a vanilla sock, just a plain sock, except I added rib going up the front of the foot, and then I am continuing with the 3x3 rib. I'm going to go up so high up, maybe another 2, maybe 3 inches, and then it's going to be a 1x1 rib to cinch it in for the top of the cuff. But these are knitted up 2 at a time, and it looks funny down at the bottom. That's because of the design. I put a purl ridge across the toe before I started the 3x3 rib. And this also is a Yarnsmith's yarn. It is a Yarnsmith's sock hand dye yarn. And I use it for that. And I just separate it into separate balls. I even have more of that right here, if you can see. So that'll be kept with my odds and ends for socks. I'll probably include it in a different pair. Got my little froggy stitch marker here from Charlotte over at That's cute. That's Mr. Frog. She makes them. Charlotte at Every Stitch Counts has her own little Etsy shop where she sells stitch markers, and they're very nice. They're very cute. I'm wanting to get some of her bee ones. She's got a new series, new thing. It's got bees, and I thought that was cute. So yeah, that's the socks. Almost finished with those. May finish by the end of the week. I'm wanting to diligently get those done. Now, new cast-ons, because I had a slump not being able to finish the other two. I thought, well, what am I going to do now? So I did cast on a couple new things. This one is an upcycle. Okay, if you're a long-time watcher, you might remember this from 2 years ago. Very pretty is the color on that. Stitch pattern lovely. However, it turned out crooked on the bottom. I could not fix it. Plus it's it's so very heavy. It's like a coat. And well, being a woman of my age, I don't like sweaters that are that thick. That's just too thick. It's very, very heavy. It's a worsted weight acrylic yarn. Not even sure what brand it was. And I am frogging it out, as you can see, ripping it out as I am knitting something with it now. Not crocheting, but knitting something. And this is a start. Hope I can straighten it out here. I think I might have made it a little bit too wide. This was the back piece, and it looks pretty wide to me. I don't know. I do want it to be oversized. But I am going to make a 5-piece cardigan with this. And that's what I'm working on. I wanted a nice burgundy. The color of the yarn is beautiful. I love burgundy. Another one of my favorite colors. And the ribbing is a little different, a rib. It's a 2x1 rib. And I made the rib a little extra long because I want the back to hang down a little bit lower than the front. And then have a slit for the seam along the side. I wanted that style of cardigan. So I started that. I thought, why not? It's just sitting in my closet and all that yarn is just sitting there, and it's a beautiful shade of burgundy. I can't remember what the name of it was now, but it was, it was one of those Hirschner brands. Yeah, if I think about it, I'll put the writing there. But I am knitting that up on I started with a US size 7 millimeter size here for the rib, and then I went up to a US size 9 for the back. That's the back piece I'm working on. So yeah, I'm wanting to use it. Why not, right? I mean, I'm going to have to start thinking more and more about this, especially with all this going on about, I don't know, what is your experience with the yarny world out there? Are you having trouble ordering from overseas companies, getting anything shipped to you? That seems to be my case so far, although it could change. I mean, I don't know. But Linda Hobby usually will send me a shipping notification, and I have not got anything yet, and I'm getting a little worried. I thought about maybe reaching out to them and see if there was any problems or anything that rose up. And I did do the shipping with FedEx, which was $10 to ship, which is a little pricey, I thought, but, you know, I thought it would come quickly, and it's not. Anyway, enough about that. All right, next thing I have is knitted. I have all knit things this week. I don't have anything crochet except my blanket. I just start on this. I'm just making a hat, and I thought I would be fun to, I don't know, I thought it'd be fun to make it double, you know, to where I could fold the brim over to wear it. And then I'm thinking about doing cables. So I'm going to research up some cabled patterns, maybe look over on Ravelry or Etsy to see if I can find some cabled patterns or maybe yarn inspirations. That usually gives me inspiration over there. But it's just a start. I'm using a wooden bamboo Chiaogu wooden needle size, US size 8mm there. And I have little Miss Lemonade as my progress keeper and my beginning stitch. Little Miss Lemonade. These are so adorable. And might I say they're affordable and they're very sturdy. Easy open, easy close, very sturdy. I'm very pleased. And now yarn for this, I'm using a couple of, one of them is an oldie. This is a Hirschner's vintage collection. It was a 2-ply Afghan yarn, and it's, let's see, it's 100% acrylic, but it's a very soft and shimmery, well, I wouldn't say it's got glitter in it, but it's got a little bit of sheen to it. It's in a slate gray, and I'm holding that double with this. This is a Yarn Smith's Create. I have more of that in my stash as well. Yarn Smith's Create. This one is a 3 sport weight, number 3, premium acrylic, and is in the color Petrol 3234. So I'm holding them double, and it's kind of making this marley effect, marled, however you say, marled effect of fabric. Just a simple 1x1 rib. Simple hat for a special someone, so yeah. Okay, and that's, you know what? That's only 17 minutes, and I've already went through everything. I didn't, like I say, I did not have a lot to share this week because I'm still waiting for things, and I just started casting on new things. I'm kind of fell out of my mojo a little bit, but when I casted that on, it helped. Yeah, and I'm going to be taking an inventory check to see if I can come up with more ideas for things to work on. Yeah. Come up with new projects and things more from my stash. So anyway, I'm going to be spending the rest of the afternoon, excuse me, walking in the sunshine, spending time with the cats, and then I'm going to be making some sourdough bread, and then we're going to be off doing our errands this afternoon, getting groceries and working on the hat. So, well, with that being said, all of you take care, and I appreciate all of you being here. I really do. I am getting very close to monetization, and that's making me happy. I just need the watch hours. So if you could do me a favor, any small favor, try to see if you can watch my videos all the way through. It helps to give me the watch hours that I so need. And yeah, well, with that being said, I thank you very much for all of your support. I really do. And your kind comments, it really means a lot to me. So with that being said, all of you take care. You have a wonderful week, and I will see you again on the next podcast. Bye, friends.